Hello, guys. My name is Jay Wheeler, and today I'll be talking about Brazil, the healing practices in Brazil. And I taught in my presentation Brazil, a country of diversity, nature, and tradition. And these three themes kind of stuck out to me when I was reading and doing my research on the medical practices. Those are the three themes that I came up with, so that is what I'm going with. Diversity. So Brazil is the native language of Brazil is Portuguese. They were inhabited by French colonizers, the people that were already there, which were over 200,000 indigenous groups that were already present in Brazil before the French colonizers came, and African slaves were also incorporated due to the slave trade that was currently going on. So diversity is kind of a big thing in the healing practices of Brazil due to the fact that every one of these cultures and different cultures kind of combine for their general basis of their understanding of their general medicine. So they kind of combine knowledges and kind of took heed from other things from Chinese medicine, kind of incorporating things with the spirit. They're not as heavily invested in the spirit as like the China is, but they kind of incorporate it in their medicine and their way of thinking. But due to our diversity and to a lot of the people that came to them in a different time as they inhabited Brazil resulted in a diverse way of medicine and different ways and people came came and developed ideas of their medicine that carry on their health practices for centuries. Next is nature. The base medicine of Brazil medicine starts with botany, which is the study of plants. So botany is a study of plants. So people would kind of the most like ancient way of medicine in Brazil is herbs, plants, etc. Like natural plants, herbs, which kind of have natural remedies and kind of get effects that other things such as like prescription medicine, Western medicine can't really like get a hold of and get a hold of and cure of just due to the fact it's just natural, it's earth based. There's not a lot of people have studied these plants throughout the 17th and 18th century, getting a better understanding of them and how to develop them into medicines in different ways, different forms of treatment, mainly by developing them into herbal medicine so you can ingest them, feel better, etc. So that is why I picked nature. Dude, and I picked this picture of the flowers, pink flowers, because not only it's a beautiful picture, this is one of the more popular flowers in Brazil. So like in multiple cities in Brazil, kind of the bigger cities such as Croda and Grandos Morrados and Rio de Janeiro are all like familiar with using herbal medicines and they sell them in the market just so they can use them for medicine. And not only does nature incorporate plants, it also incorporates animals. So animals, people Brazilians also use wild animals as another form of medicine by using certain things that the animals may have that can help cure remedies, which will transition into the next slide of tradition. So even though there's many different type of medicines that have been developed over time in Brazil, they have always stuck to their natural formula of using botany, herbs, plants, zootherapeutic ways of treatment, which involves once again, as I said previously, animals. But the biggest thing is they use natural stuff, and they feel like natural things are the best thing to use in terms of being cured. So that is why I feel like that Brazil like is one of the best places to get healing from because it's completely natural. It's completely researched over certain years, so they're certified. They have great knowledge, and it can help you feel your best. And they're very strict on their tradition. Like they follow their tradition through centuries, through stories passed down, through guidelines, through former botanists over time that have evolved with their evidence towards the medicine, the herbs, and how it helps the human body, and et cetera, help it recover, et cetera. So now for last is the conclusion. For the picture, I kind of wanted to like associate it with like a big theme in Brazil. In Rio de Janeiro, this is Christ the Redeemer. So fun fact, this is one of the most viewed places in the world, and I kind of want to incorporate it because it's such a big part of Brazilian culture. And in a way, you can say healing practices. In a way, you can kind of say like this is a healing practice just due to the fact that people see this as such a big figure, and that they use it as a sign of hope. Which is in another form is kind of like you could say like spiritual medicine in a way, not really necessarily but physical, but it kind of goes beyond just the general idea of natural medicine. It's something that goes beyond that. But from conclusion through all my research, I came to the conclusion that Brazil is a very good country. They're very strict and they're very traditional on their practices of botany, medicine, and herbals. And throughout the research and over time, it has evolved and has become more potent, you can say. And then people are not having the same afflictions they had earlier in the days just due to the fact that they've stuck to their game plan and what they know. And then this has all been developed through diversity of cultures from African Americans to French colonizers to the indigenous groups that were already there. And on top of that, they have over 46,000 plants and herbs that they have used in terms of medicine, done research on, developments and other forms of medicine. So that is why I feel like Brazilian healing practices are very efficient because they're natural and nothing beats nature. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed day.